7 trillion naira by the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
It's Thursday, 20th of May, 2021. Welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I'm Dennis Quetta, and thanks for joining us today. On the news making the rounds, Labour suspends warning strikes in Kaduna as federal government summons El-Rufai Waba to Abuja. UN pushes for more COVID vaccine supply in Africa. Republicans defy Trump to back Capitol riot probe. EcoBank partners the LSETF to support MSMEs in Lagos State. And on sports news, Joshua given 48 hours deadline to rectify Fury fight. Stay with us as the details of that news come after the break. Welcome back, and now news in details. Labour suspends warning strikes in Kaduna as federal government summons El-Rufai and Waba to Abuja. The organized Labour yesterday evening suspended ongoing 5-day warning strike against Kaduna State's government. This followed the federal government summoning the Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State and Labour leaders to an emergency conciliatory meeting towards today in Abuja. And in an effort to apprehend the escalating industrial dispute between the Kaduna State government and organized labor over mass sack of workers amongst other alleged anti-workers policies. And this came as the International Trade Union Confederation Africa described Tuesday's attack on the protesting members of the Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC, by higher thugs as crude, uncivil, and incompatible with the ethos that's participatory democracy provisions and good governance. And also Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, the MWUN, condemned the attack on workers protesting against the mass sack of workers and others alleged anti-workers policy by Kaduna State government. And meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, urged Governor Nasir El-Rufai to immediately and unconditionally reinstate all the sacked workers from the state public service. The federal government, through the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, invited the two parties to the trade dispute to the meeting and scheduled for today 11 a.m. as Office of Minister of Labour and Employment Federal Secretariat in Abuja, and specifically those invited to the emergency conciliation meeting included Governor El-Rufai at the top, or as the top official of the state, as well as Waba at the top NLC leaders. And a statement by the Deputy Director of Press and Public Relations Ministry and Labour and Employment, Charles Akpan, said the minister had apprehended the strike. And moving forward to another development, NIMASA to give foreign scholarships to 10 river school leavers. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, said it would offer scholarships to 10 River State secondary school leavers in marine engineering and marine architecture courses overseas. The Director General of the NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jamo, made this offer when he led the management to the agency on a courtesy visit to Governor Nyesom Wike at the government house. And Jamo said the selected secondary school leavers to be nominated by the state government would undergo a 3-year marine engineering and marine architecture courses abroad at the expense of the agency. The Director General, who notified the government that River State is the second largest maritime hub in the country, said the NIMASA also intends to build a befitting center for excellence in terms of educational development in maritime studies, as well as a befitting office complex in Port Harcourt. And he expressed NIMASA's readiness to extend its hand of fellowship to Rivers State government in tackling the menace of maritime insecurity in order to encourage maritime investors in the state. And meanwhile, Governor Wike expressed gratitude to the NIMASA boss and said the state government will liaise with the agency's management and agree on a strategic location within Port Harcourt City for the construction of NIMASA's administrative office. And moving forward, NAS holds no predetermined position on constitution review, says Lawan. The President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, has said that the National Assembly holds no predetermined position of any issue in interest to Nigerians ahead of moves to amend the 1999 Constitution. And Lawan disclosed this in his remark at yesterday's plenary after reading a letter signed by the chairman of the Constitution Review Committee, Senator Ovie Omoagege, to announce the chairmanship and composition to oversee a two-day public hearing across the 6 geopolitical zones on a proposal to alter the provisions of the Constitution. And he said the exercise would avail Nigerians the opportunity to make submissions on any issue of interest, adding that the National Assembly, on its part, will prioritize such issues to enhance the welfare and security of citizens. And the zonal public hearing on proposals to alter the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, according to the Senate President, will commence next week and is scheduled to hold in 2 centers in each of the 6 geopolitical zones in the country from Wednesday, May 26 to Thursday, May 27, 2021. And now, news coming from around Africa, the United Nations pushes for more COVID vaccine supplies in Africa. The UN Secretary Council is calling for more global assistance to expand COVID vaccine access for African countries. A text unanimously adopted by the Council noted that Africa had so far received only 2% of the vaccines administered worldwide. And it noted that there needed to be an equitable access to quality, safe, efficacious and affordable COVID-19 diagnostics and therapeutic medicines and vaccines. And in his remarks to the Council, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres also noted that the limited supply and insufficient support were undermining recovery in the continent. And he said equitable and sustainable vaccine rollout worldwide is the quickest path towards a fast and fair recovery. And he also called for sharing of doses through the global COVAX initiative and removal of export restrictions, among other measures. And still from around Africa, Malawi destroys nearly 20,000 expired COVID-19 shots. Health authorities in Malawi have incinerated 19,610 expired doses of the AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, saying it will reassure the public that any vaccine they do get are safe, and is the first African country to publicly do this. The World Health Organization initially urged countries not to destroy expired doses, but has now changed its advice. And uptakes of the vaccines in Malawi have been low, and health workers hope to move with increased public confidence. And out of a population of about 18 million people, the country has recorded 34,232 confirmed coronavirus cases and 1,153 deaths. And Malawi received 102,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine it acquired from the African Union on the 26th of March and used almost 80% of them. And by the expiry date of the labels were 13th of April, and officials said this wasn't enough time to use them all. So in a 30 minutes process, officials destroyed thousands of COVID-19 vaccines, leaving behind just the broken pieces of the virus holding the liquid. And the government says it has adequate stocks of vaccines and has urged everyone over the age of 18 to get a jab. We're going to short break right now. When we come back, we get more news updates from the United States of America.
time has come. If there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. Making declarations early hours of the day. Exercise your authority in pulling down strongholds. 16 days, wonders without number. New edition with Apostle James in Suleiman. From the 14th of May till the 30th, 16 days, wonders without number. New edition will begin. 14th through 30th May 2021 by 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. GMT +1 live on Celebration TV and Sky Channel 598. My time has come.
Welcome back, and news coming from the United States of America. Biden waives U.S. sanctions on Russian pipeline. The Biden administration has waived sanctions on a company building a controversial gas pipeline between Russia and Germany. The U.S. also lifted sanctions on the executive and ally of Russia's Vladimir Putin, who leads the firm behind the Nord Stream 2 project. And the move came in a report on Russian sanctions delivered to Congress by the Department of State. And critics say the pipeline is a major geopolitical prize for the Kremlin. And the project, which would take gas from the Russian Arctic under the Baltic Sea to Germany, is already more than 95% complete. And the Department of State's reports notes that the Nord Stream 2 AG and its chief executive Matthias Warning, a former East German intelligence officer, engaged in sanctionable activity. But it concluded that it is in the U.S. national interest to waive the sanctions. And moving forward, still in the United States of America, Republicans defied Trump to back Capitol riot probe. The Democratic-controlled U.S. House of Representatives was voted with Republican support for a commission to investigate the Capitol riot. And 35 Republicans defied their party leaders and former President Donald Trump in siding with Democrats by 252 to 175 to establish the inquiry. And Mr. Trump had urged the Republicans to vote against the Democrat trap, and the bill looked unlikely to pass the upper chamber, and the top Senate Republican Mitch McConnell has called it slanted. An inquiry would be modeled on the commission that investigated the 9/11 attack on New York and Washington. It will establish a 10-member body evenly split between the two main parties that will make recommendations by the end of the year on how to prevent any repeated of the Capitol invasion. And now moving forward to business news. EcoBank partners LSETF to support the MSMEs in Lagos State. And EcoBank Nigeria and the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund has entered into collaboration to reduce unemployment in the state through the promotion of entrepreneurship and capacity development for Lagos-based micro, small and medium enterprises. And this follows the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a partnership under which EcoBank is expected to make available its various platforms and solutions to the LSETF for pre-qualified MSMEs in Lagos to drive attainment of the objective as set out by the LSTF and the bank. And addressing the media at the MOU signing ceremony in Lagos, Executive Director, Commercial Banking EcoBank Nigeria, Mrs. Carol Oyedeji, said the collaboration is in line with the bank's empowerment and entrepreneurship initiatives to reduce unemployment in various parts of the country. And still from business news, the NGX drops further by 301 billion naira on losses by blue chips. Major blue chips posted price depreciation on the Nigerian exchange on Wednesday, forcing the market capitalization to drop by 301 billion naira in one day. And specifically, the market capitalization, which opened at 20.339 trillion naira, lost 1.48% to close at 20.38 trillion naira. Also, the all share index inches lower by 1.48% to close at 38,445 from 39,022 achieved on Tuesday. And the market downturn was driven by price depreciation in large and medium capitalized stocks, among which are INT'L Africa, the BOC Gases, Dangote Cement, Dangote Sugar Refinery, and Northern Nigeria Flour Mills. And the Chief Operating Officer and the Invest Data Limited, Mr. Ambrose Omorodion, attributed the persistent bear run to profit taking and portfolio adjustment occasioned by the first quarter results. And Omorodion said players were positioning in undervalued stocks with potential to beat inflation in the midst of rising yield in the fixed market and insecurity challenges. And he added that investors concerned over a high consumer price index in spite of the slight decline in April inflation rates at 18.12% from 18.17% in March contributed to the persistent low. Omorodion explained that rising inflation across the globe had been a major concern affecting the world market negatively in recent days and sessions ahead of a Central Bank of Nigeria Monetary Policy Committee meeting that is next week. We're going to have a short break right now, and when we come back, we get more updates from the world of sports.
Time has come. If there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. Making declarations early hours of the day. Exercise your authority in pulling down strongholds. 16 days, wonders without number, no edition with Apostle Johnson Suleiman. From the 14th of May till the 30th, 16 days, wonders without number, no edition will begin. 14th through 30th May 2021 by 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. GMT +1. Live on Celebration TV and Sky Channel 598. My time has come.
Welcome back. Now on sports news, Joshua given 48 hours deadline to rectify Fury fight. Anthony Joshua has been given 48 hours by the WBO to prove his fight with Tyson Fury can go ahead before he is ordered to face Alexander Usyk. And the governing body stands on Wednesday's evening in a further blow to the planned undisputed heavyweight championship fight between Joshua and Fury for August 14 in Saudi Arabia. A court ruled on Monday that the WBC champion Fury must take on Deontay Wilder again by September 15, meaning the IBF, WBA, and WBO title holder Joshua may instead fight Usyk next. And the WBO has originally agreed the forego Usyk's rights to a shot at the belt because of the magnitude of the planned undisputed title fight, but Joshua now has 2 days before he will be ordered to face the undefeated Ukrainian. And on another sports story, Eagles to play Mexico on July 3rd. The Super Eagles will play their Mexican counterparts in an international friendly at the 77,500 capacity Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in California, United States of America on July 3rd. And this was disclosed in a statement by the Communications Department of the Nigerian Football Association. And the Mexico friendly comes a month after the Eagles play rivals Cameroon at the Wiener Neustadt, Vienna in Austria on June 4th. And Eagles coach Gernot Roy has released a 31-man provisional squad, including 4 uncapped players for the Cameroon tie. And meanwhile, the NFF is faced with a financial crisis and owe Roy 6 months' salary, while players have not been paid bonuses and allowances in full. And the July game would be a 6-time Nigerians who play against the North Americans. 4 of their previous 5 clashes ended in draw, with the only win coming Mexico's way, that is a 2-1 victory in the U.S. Gold Cup in Dallas, Texas on June 24th, 1995. And the match will be held at 3:30 a.m. on June 4th, Nigerian time. And that's the size of the news today for us on Celebration Television News Desk. If you're just joining us, here's a recap of the news making the headlines. Labour suspends warning strikes in Kaduna as federal government summons El-Rufai and Waba to Abuja. UN pushes for more COVID vaccine supplies in Africa. Republicans defy Trump to back Capitol riot probe. EcoBank partners LSETF to support MSMEs in Lagos State. And on sports, Anthony Joshua has been given 48 hours deadline to rectify his fight with Tyson Fury. And today on the photo of the day, you can look at your screen. You see that photo of the day. Yes, you can see somebody facing a globe. Actually, you know, the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Before you change the world, before you be that person who wants to make a difference, you must first of all have a change of mind, change of mentality, so that you can as well affect your world. Tell us also what you think about our photo of the day for today. You can share your thoughts with us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, it's at My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, it is Celebration TV. Your positive contribution to the wellness of the society you find yourself in or the organization you work in defines your leadership might. As an individual who knows what to do and do without expecting to be pushed has backed his ways to success. And be it known today that everything we do, think, feel, and believe either have a positive or negative effect on humanity and our national well-being. So, do well to be a part of nation building today. My name is Belly Squetta. Have a nice day.
Amounted to 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2019.
Senior